Hey everyone, how's it going? Just doing some vocal edits for Chris Rogers' new record. It's coming out fantastic. Now I'm just backing up some stuff onto Google Drive into multiple hard drives. But anyway, I want to talk about where you should spend your money at when it comes to gear. The one thing for the past, probably 8 years I've been in the recording industry, the one thing I've learned is never spend an arm and a leg on digital gear. What do I mean by digital gear? I mean plugins. You should spend money on converters. Converters do make a difference, but they last you longer. But the one thing I've noticed about digital gear, especially plugins, I remember there were certain plugins that first came out. When they first came out, they cost $500 to $1,000, the whole bundle and everything. And now it's different. The one thing I've learned is digital gear loses value. So you should never spend an arm and a leg on digital gear. So how do you solve that problem? Simple. You lease it. What I do now is I lease a lot of my plugins. Plus, I lease my computer now. So I have a 3-year lease with my new iMac computer. So when that lease is done, I return it to the Apple Store, and I'm just going to get a new one, because the one thing I've learned about digital technology is this: it becomes so outdated so fast. The question now is, where do you spend your money at? Analog gear. So if you're going to spend a lot of money on gear, get good monitors, get a good monitor controller, get good preamps, microphones, EQs, compressors, guitars, guitar amps, drum sets, and etc. The pair of monitors I have Focal twin shape micro monitors for my mixing setup. They cost me about $2,500. Yeah, it's a lot of money, but you know what? I'm gonna have those babies for a lifetime. You spend $3,000 or $4,000 on a Neve preamp. Well, guess what? You're gonna get your money's worth. So that's the one thing I've learned. That's the one thing that my old mentor told me: never spend an arm and a leg on digital gear, because they were these Sony digital recorders. When they first came out, they cost about $500,000. Well, guess how much they're worth now? You can get one on eBay for like $150 to $200. And everything. It just goes to show you how outdated digital gear gets. That's the thing about with analog gear. It's the value to me is only going up. Like, if a vintage Neumann U8 U47 is going for $15,000 on eBay, it blows my mind and everything. And there's a reason why they go up that much: because they're awesome, they're great. Why do you think I still use tube gear and tube microphones, vintage microphones, and EQs and preamps and compressors, and outboard gear for tracking? Because it sounds dope. That's why. Don't get me wrong, the plugins are great. They're awesome and everything. I have a bunch of plugins for my home studio and my mixing rig, but there's nothing like having the real thing. So, like I said, don't spend an arm and a leg on digital gear. Do monthly subscriptions. So that way, if there's a certain software that you don't like, that you don't want to use in the future, you just cancel it. Don't spend thousands of dollars on plugins and then a year or two later, it's obsolete. You didn't get your money's worth. I remember there were people that spent like $5,000 to $10,000 on a Pro Tools setup, and then like 2 years later, it became obsolete. But anyway, that's where that's a lot, I think, and what a lot of people that are in the professional studio business would tell you, is that spend a lot of money on analog gear. Like, if I had an opportunity in the future, for my tracking, if I had an opportunity to buy an SSL console, I'd do it in a heartbeat. You know why? Those consoles are amazing for tracking. They, just the sound in general, even the Neve consoles. If there's one person I'm jealous of in this industry, is Dave Grohl. You know why? Not only he has a great career, he's got the Neve board from Sound City Studios, which is like one of the top of the line recording desk, you know, in the world and everything. This thing is unbelievable, and he has it, and he uses it every single day. I would kill to get my hands on that board. That board is incredible. Anyway, so yeah, that's how I feel. You guys have a good night, okay? Bye-bye.